But I just want to say that for all the things that our company does for us, and the Juice Plus company does awesome, awesome things for us all the time. They are always vamping up the benefits they give us and the tools they give us. But one of the best things they've ever done for my business was introduce us to Teamzy and give us the opportunity to partner with him in the way that they have. So, Eric, I am thrilled with what you have given us, and I know others are too. Um, for those of you that aren't on, I think probably most of you are, but there may be some that aren't. Just welcome. And Eric, just take it away, dear.
Absolutely. Happy to. Thank you very much for that. Let me mute everybody. Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm excited to be with you all tonight. We're going to have some fun for sure. I know there's a couple of you I recognize, maybe been around the block with me a couple times. That's okay. You'll find some new nuggets in this training. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to teach you guys how to set up Teamzy, how easy it is to do Power Hour. I'll show you the best workflows so you can be super efficient with the time. Basically, Teamzy is designed to help you do your DMO in less than an hour a day. Okay, so you should be able to get everything done in an hour a day, then go on with your life. But beyond just getting it done, it also shows you what to do, who to connect with, how to talk to them, how to follow up like a pro. It kind of sets you up so you can't mess this thing up. So I'll show you all that. You're going to love it. Even if you're using it, you'll probably learn a few things. Before I dive into that, though, what I want to do first is just teach you a little bit about the philosophy and the system that Teamzy is built on. Teamzy is built on a system called relationship marketing. And I want to teach you just kind of like some of those philosophies so you understand what Teamzy is designed to do. And I think you guys will get it. That's why the partnership with Juice Plus has been so natural, because the desire to build true relationships seems to be universal with Juice Plus people, which is why it's so much fun for me to work with you. So let's dive into that really quick. Oh, and at the end, I'll do Q&A. So if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer whatever you have at the end. We'll do some Q&A for you guys. If you do feel the spirit move you in the middle of my presentation and you got to ask right then, that's okay too. I'm happy to take it. Otherwise, we'll wait till the end. Okay. Let's see here. So this is what I want to share first, which is how to systemize your success with relationship marketing to become a Power Hour boss. I know that's a mouthful, right? But those are the pieces. We're going to systemize your success with relationships, and we're going to help you be a Power Hour boss so you feel like you can just crank out your business in 1 hour a day. For those of you who haven't met me before, just I'll give you my background. My background is in coaching and consulting. I've been a professional business coach for the past 16 years, helping people build their business, teaching people how they can create great businesses that are fulfilling and based on real relationships. I fell into direct sales by accident. Honestly, I found some products I really liked, and I was sharing them, and just because I liked them, not because I was a distributor. And my wife was like, "Hey, dummy, go look at the comp plan because you could probably be getting paid for what you're doing." And so I was very skeptical about network marketing, direct sales. But my wife is very persuasive. I basically do whatever she tells me. That's a good husband, right? And so I took a look at the comp plan, and it looked like a great opportunity. I thought, wow, this is a great little extra thing I could do on the side to generate some more income. I was really excited about it. The problem was, you can see I've got 4 kids. I had a full-time job, 4 kids. I just didn't have any time to do this. Anybody relate to that? I mean, I just didn't know when I would do it. And so I took a look at what was required from the perspective of somebody who coaches other people. And I thought, I could get all this done in an hour a day if I was really focused. If I was super focused, I could do this. The problem was I didn't know right away how in the world I could get that focused, which is how I started thinking about Teamzy. I started first looking for tools. There's got to be tools out there that can help me leverage my time. And in our industry, unfortunately, just didn't have anything. Nothing that was easy enough for me to use, at least, and nothing that did the things I needed to get done in an hour. So long story short, we have Teamzy now because I was like, I can't believe this doesn't exist. So we built it, okay? All right, so just to give you some background on Teamzy, in the last 3.5 years since we launched Teamzy, we've had more than 80,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which is that blows my mind. So humbling. And You know, especially because this business started in a shed in my backyard and with a $200 Facebook ad. Kind of cool, but people have loved it and shared it. And just so you also understand the results that people in Juice Plus are getting, active Juice Plus distributors using Teamzy, they're averaging 18 new customers and 12 recruits over 90 days. 18 new customers and 12 recruits over 90 days. Those are the people actively using Teamzy consistently, which hopefully by the end of tonight, you'll be inspired to do as well. And if you don't know this already, I know Jimmie mentioned it a minute ago, but we are so proud to be endorsed by the Juice Plus company for their distributors. I know that that is not an endorsement given lightly, and we are honored to have it. And just as honored as we are to be endorsed by Juice Plus, I'm proud to endorse Juice Plus myself. And I have now become an avid tower gardener. I just got my second one this week. So I love what you guys do as well. It's really fun. Okay. So what is relationship marketing? Let's get into this. What is relationship marketing? A lot of people think of relationship marketing as just selling stuff to your friends, you know, putting your arms around your customers, singing Kumbaya with them, and all the warm and fuzzy stuff, right? There's a lot of people in this business that don't like the warm and fuzzy stuff. They don't think it's real business. Here's what I want you guys to understand. Relationship marketing is a lead generation system. It's a lead generation system. Okay, and that's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. Why am I telling you this? Because what I'm going to show you tonight is a real system that will generate leads for your business. And just so you know, your business is not marketing Juice Plus. It's not selling tower gardens. That's not your business. You are business owners, and you are in the lead generation business. That's the business you're in. Is generating new leads for your business. It's just a mindset. It's just a mindset. And the first decision you make as a business owner is, which lead generation system will we use in this business? And I'm here to tell you, relationship marketing is the most fun, most authentic, and the one that'll get you the best results. So let's talk about this a little bit. Next principle here is this. In relationship marketing, developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. It's not generating sales. It's not recruiting people to your team. It's developing relationships. Yeah, guess what happens? When you have relationships, yes, you will get sales. Yes, you will get recruits, but the focus is on the relationship, and this is why. Because in relationship marketing, we turn relationships into advocates. We turn relationships into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. Okay, we turn relationships into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. Just want you guys to know this mindset shift. Don't focus on the sale. Don't focus on the recruit. Focus on the relationship. When you create an army of advocates, you get tons of sales, tons of recruits, and you have people. There are people in your life, right, that will never buy Juice Plus. Those people will be dragging others to your business for you when they're your advocate. Okay? It's pretty cool. All right, so let's keep going. Don't worry. By the end of tonight, you'll have a good feeling on how to do this stuff. Next principle I want to talk to you about is this one. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. In other words, if you're a jerk, this ain't going to work. Okay? Listen, this business of ours, this industry of ours has a bad reputation. Would you guys agree with that? With a lot of people. It has a bad reputation. We come up against that all the time. And it's because trust has been violated so many times. Even in a network as amazing and a community as amazing as Juice Plus, there are leaders who ask you to do things sometimes. And you've probably seen or heard people from stage ask you to do things that you didn't quite feel right doing. I don't know if I could really say that, or that doesn't feel genuine to me. I want you guys to know with relationship marketing, because it depends on trust, you cannot risk anything disingenuous. I'm not going to ask you to do anything tricky. I'm not going to give you dialogues that make you feel uncomfortable, because I don't believe that that works. I believe that as soon as you take the trust out of a relationship, it takes forever to build it back, right? That's why it's so important. You get to be authentic. You get to be you. You get to be somebody who's on a mission to help people. Here's the good news. Relationship marketing with trust makes the work fun. If people trust you, you don't have to convince them or sell them or anything. You just get right to helping them. Have you guys noticed that? Also, trust takes the ickiness out of the relationship. There's no icky salesperson happening when you've built some trust. That's just not part of the process. And finally, with trust, you get to go for yes. You get to go for yes. How many of you ever heard somebody say, the way to get more yeses is to just go through more no's? Have you guys ever heard something like that? Now, let's just be honest. Doesn't that sound like a bunch of baloney to you? I mean, how did more no's get me more yeses? I need more yeses. Now, I'm going to teach you today how to communicate with people so that they don't just go no. Remember, people are skeptical. They're guarded. So we're going to warm them up first. We're going to go for yeses with relationships. Make sense? Okay. How to build trust. Let me teach you real quick how to do this, and then we'll jump into Teamzy. There's 4 essential ingredients to building trust. Okay, 4 essential ingredients to building trust. I'll go through them really quick, and then we'll break them out for you. Number 1 is chemistry. Chemistry. Number 2, character. Character. Number 3 is competence. Competence. And number 4 is consistency. Consistency. I had to get consistency, didn't I? Sorry. We're going to have to work a little. Chemistry, character, competence, consistency. All right, let's talk about them really quick. Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Okay, chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Okay. We have things in common with everybody. And doesn't everybody need Juice Plus? Everybody needs Juice Plus.
Yes.
So we need to find where we have common ground with them. It feels like most people right now are focused on where they're different from everybody else. Have you noticed that? Everybody's dividing. As business owners, our job is to unite. Find out where you have in common with people and help them. Okay, ask some questions, listen, and you'll find a way to connect with anybody. Number 2 is character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. 2 pieces of this. First one I want you to notice is you don't actually have character. Character is something you do. It's not something you have. Character is something we do. Okay? And sometimes we get offended if we feel someone's questioning our character, but you have to realize it's our job to demonstrate our care to people on a daily basis so that they know our character. Does that make sense? Then we don't have to worry about it being questioned. Also, being relatable is important because sometimes we work really hard over many years and we get very successful and we forget to show people how frail and scared and struggle and what the struggle was like at the beginning. Does that make sense? So we need to be relatable. But I want you guys to think about demonstrating your character 24/7 in your life to build your business, because your personal character is what makes people want to do business with you or not. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter what you feel in your heart, your character is. If you're not showing it to people, it doesn't matter. You have to be demonstrating it. So I want you to think about when you talk to people, when you take care of how you take care of your customers, when you post on social media, are you demonstrating your character? Are you showing how much you care for your audience? When you're driving your car on the highway, are you demonstrating your character all the time? Right? How do you treat people who serve you in this world? The people who wait on you and serve you, are you demonstrating your character? I want you to assume every single person out there is going to do business with you, and you need to show your character. Do you return the dang shopping cart in the parking lot? To the cart returns. Not that that's a personal annoyance of mine, but I just thought I'd share it with you guys because I figure if I talk to 50,000 people a year, I'm going to get a lot more shopping carts returned, right? So the whole idea here about character is you got to be demonstrating how much you care and that you're relatable to people. Number 3, competence. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Okay, competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. First piece is, do I want to be your customer? Do you know what you're talking about? Do you understand these products? Right? Are you competent? How do they work? How does Juice Plus work? Why is it good for me? Okay, I need to know that you know these things. This Tower Garden thing, do you think I could use it? How does it work? How does it grow? Do you know about it? Competence on your product is huge. You know, that's something that everybody needs to be working on constantly. Not just your product, but how it works, how it fits into the ecosystem of all of the health and nutrition products out there. It's important for me to choose you as my representative to purchase, to buy your products, I need to know you're competent. The second piece is, do I believe you can mentor me in this business? Do I want to join your team? Right? It's a big deal to join your team. Do I feel you're competent to lead me? So look, here's the thing. I don't want to scare you guys because I know your competence levels vary depending on your experience and things like that. But the first thing I hope you get from this is I got to be on a mission to get more competent all the time. Okay. Now, for those of you who are newer and maybe you don't have the same competence that somebody like Jimmie has in this business, or Laura, what I want you guys to do is you just need to lean into their competence, lean into your upline's competence. Okay. Never pretend to be something you're not. Just say, hey, I'm part of this amazing team. These people are incredible. These leaders that I have are mentoring me. You could join me and be mentored by them as well. So you sell the stories of your teammates until you get your own competence. Make sense? But for those of you who have never done anything, like for me, for example, I came from a very unhealthy background. I was very unhealthy. And so when I started becoming the expert on health and nutrition, it wasn't like overnight people would believe me. So I had to share the journey. Hey, look what I'm learning. I'm implementing this one new thing in my life right now. Oh, I'm learning this now. So you share that journey of competence as well. Make sense? Okay. 3 things so far: chemistry, character, competence. Everything you do, all your communications, the way you walk, the way you talk needs to be demonstrating these things. Okay. There's a principle behind this. Then we'll jump to number 4. Here's the principle behind these 3. When someone's going to do business with you, they really only care about these 3 things. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? Over time, as you serve people and invest in the relationship, they'll say yes to all these questions. Guess what you have then? You have an advocate then. An advocate, a walking, talking billboard for your business. That's the goal, right? Okay, number 4 is consistency. Consistency. Would you say it's pretty important to be consistent if you want people to trust you?
Yes.
Yeah, super important. How many of you have actually said this to somebody? Don't tell me, show me. Right? Hey, guess what, guys? I found Juice Plus. It's amazing. I just signed up. Come join me. This is going to be great. We're going to change everybody's life. Yes. And the people closest to us are usually the ones that say, let's wait and see if this sticks. Right? Let's see how consistent they are. It's huge. It's important. Just really quick, let me just see. Let's see. If you have your cameras on, I just want to see your faces for a second. How many of you take your Juice Plus every day? Like you're good, you're consistent. Well, that's good. That's a good sign. Sign number 1, it's good. Do other people know you're taking it?
Yes.
Yes. You're not secret. You're not secret Juice Plus distributors.
No.
Good. How many of you or same thing could go for Tower Gardens? Let me see the Tower Gardeners. Got some Tower Gardeners? People are fascinated by those, aren't they? I know I am. Now I've got 2 of them. I'm planting this part of my yard, and I've got these raised flower beds. And I'm like, I'm going to tear these suckers out, make room for one more tower. I'm thinking about creating these little concrete pedestals for my towers with, just like to raise them up like sculptures. Okay. Anyways, side note. So you're showing your products, you're living it out loud. People are seeing it. How many of you are good about sharing on social media your journey with Juice Plus? Let me see the hands there consistently. People know that you're doing that. That's good. Hey, that's pretty good. I know we got a few of you going, I could do better at that. That's okay. Consistency is important, right? People need to see you being consistent. Just question, for those of you, since most of you said you're taking your products, you've got your Tower Gardens in full bloom, you're sharing on social media. How many of you have been told by somebody, wow, you're an inspiration to me? Pretty cool, right? Wow, look at that. You're inspiring people. Isn't that funny? How many of you were able to get your pants on 2 legs at once? Nobody, right? We're all the same. We're just normal people. 1 leg at a time, we get our pants on the same. But yet you're inspiring people. Guess what? What's inspiring them? Your consistency. Your consistency. See, here's the cool thing about consistency. It builds trust, and it's essential to be successful for people to trust you. But here's the principle on this too. Not only that, but people respect consistency and they desire it for themselves. They respect consistency and they desire it for themselves. This is why you inspire them by being consistent. So being consistent helps people trust you. It also attracts them to you in your business and the lifestyle you're leading. Pretty sweet. Here's the real checkup from the neck up, though. How many of you are consistent with relationships? Are you guys consistently in touch with people that you know?
Yeah.
Well, you should be, Jimmie. You're the Teamzy. You're the Teamzy star.
Well, no, Tanya is actually the team star.
Oh, you're going to be the Teamzy star.
I'm right there under her.
You guys have been doing this a little while. This is the important thing, though, is about being and staying in touch with people that we're connected to consistently. Relationship building is a contact sport, which means you have to be in regular contact with people if you want relationships with them. I want to share with you one more principle before we get into Teamzy, and it's this one. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Now, just real quick on this. How many of you have ever received a card with a handwritten message from somebody you loved, and when you read that handwritten message, it just moved you emotionally, just touched your heart? Yeah. Just about everybody, right? So if you have never received one of those, please put your address in the chat so we can write you one. Because everybody needs at least one of those great cards. Isn't it amazing how, even if somebody's in your life on a daily basis, how they can write something to you and how it really impacts your heart? How many of you, all of you at least thought of one particular one when you raised your hand? How many of you still have that in your possession somewhere? Everybody. It's hard to throw those away, isn't it? Let me see your hands if you've got a stack or a drawer, a big box of them somewhere where you've kept a bunch of them. Yeah, we all do that. It's so valuable. In fact, when we pass away, a lot of times that's what's most treasured by our family, the cards and letters, right? I'm sure some of you may even have one or two of those from somebody you love that have left us. Okay, here's another question. Have you ever received one of these? This is a happy birthday postcard. This one's from my life insurance salesperson. I also get one from my dentist. Do you guys get these ever? Little happy birthday postcard. Now, I save these because I use them as a demonstration on these trainings. And he doesn't know that I saved them because he sends me the same card 3 years in a row now, the same card. He must have got a big special deal on a bulk buy, right? Okay, how many of you have kept one of these in that special place with those other special cards and letters? Nobody. This got thrown away, right? Trash. Okay, I know I'm beating the point to death here, but I just want you guys to understand this. This has no value because it's not personal. There's no personal connection. This doesn't even have my name on it. It's a bulk mailing. It's a bulk mailing. And it required no time investment. Since it required no time investment, it has no value. See, the only thing we really have of value to offer somebody else is our time. And when somebody was writing you that message in the card, were they playing with Facebook at the same time? It's impossible. That was undivided attention, the most valuable currency we have. And yet, so as a result, we treasure it for the rest of our lives and sometimes beyond. This is an important point I want you guys to understand. Investing time and connecting with somebody personally is the only way to deepen a relationship. We are so seduced by the concept of this automatic or automated marketing, aren't we? It's seductive. Wouldn't it be great if you could just put the Juice Plus marketing on cruise control and not have to worry about it? People just come to you. Wouldn't that be great? How many of you think that would be great? All marketing automation looks and feels like this to the recipient. Okay? Every once in a while, I'm sure he gets an extra policy because somebody goes, oh yeah, I needed a policy. I got the card, it reminded me. Right? But this is not how relationships are built. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Now, do you need to be writing people heartfelt letters on a constant basis in your business? No. But whenever you can think of a reason to, you should write somebody a card. Right? I have these cards made up. Let me show you. This. Sorry, my office is really long. I had these really beautiful cards made with my company logo on them. See, they say Teamzy on this side. You see that? Teamzy, and they've got really pretty envelopes. You should get some cards made for your business so that you can handwrite cards from time to time. Make sense? People will save them forever, forever. But look, honestly, on a daily basis, just sending somebody a private message, a text message, a Facebook message, 3 seconds of time invested is enough to make their day and totally change their approach to today. How cool is that? Nobody even invests 3 seconds right now into people. And when you do that using a tool like Teamzy, let's say we do that 20 times a day, that's 20 people's day you can change every single day. Isn't that amazing? I host these boot camps, these Teamzy boot camps, and we just finished one a couple weeks ago. And the group that was in boot camp, do you know how many people they connected with over 12 weeks? 250,000. Just a couple hundred people. Isn't that amazing? I think about this kind of stuff and I'm like, this is amazing. We get to make people's day. We get to actually invest in them in a way that lifts them up. So I'm going to show you how to do that in Teamzy in a second, but you just need to get that concept. It's about investing a little bit of time into one person. That's how this business is built, person to person. Okay. So here's the thing. This is all great and good. You guys, I know you like the concepts. I can see it on your faces, but here's the thing. It's not just the principles. You got to have a system. You have to have a system to follow. Okay. A way to stay in contact with all your relationships. Know what you're going to say to them. Know when you're going to contact them. So you're not spending all day planning. Just have a system that says, hey, go contact these people today. Here's what you can say to get started so you don't stare at your screen all day and try to figure out the perfect message. And make sure that nobody's falling through the cracks, right? Which is the biggest problem we have right now is people falling through the cracks. Okay. So obviously I'm going to show you that system right now. It's called Teamzy. Yay. Okay. Anybody on the call who's not using Teamzy yet, you need to go to teamzy.com/JP to get your free trial started. Teamzy.com/JP. Okay. And we give you a 30-day free trial, no strings attached. We don't ask for your credit card information or anything. We want you to really enjoy it for 30 days and fall in love. Okay. After the 30 days, if you want to continue, there's a special discounted rate for Juice Plus people, which is pretty awesome. And Teamzy is going to be less. Yeah. I mean, it's less than 60 cents a day and it's 100% tax deductible. Come on. You really can't lose with that. So let's jump in here though and show you what this system looks like. So when you first, that's actually my Facebook page. No problem though, because I have Teamzy right here. When you first log into Teamzy, it'll take you into the setup wizard. Okay, the setup wizard is designed to make setting this up super easy. Again, I'm not a tech wizard, so it had to be easy for me. There's a little video from me. You can skip that. You have me live. But actually watch it when you log in the first time. Okay, the first thing we're going to do here is we are going to set an income goal. Okay? So what is the income level you'd like to be at a year from now? So my goal is 150,000. So you can see at that goal, I need to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors each day. What's amazing is Teamzy will actually tell you what to do each day based on your goal. So if your goal is higher, you'll have to do a little bit more. If it's less, you'll do less. Pretty easy, right? But at 150,000, it's still manageable in less than an hour a day. Okay. Now, just really quick, because I know we have some people who've been doing Juice Plus for many years. If you have a significant income already from your Juice Plus business, the number that you set on your goal is the difference from where you want to grow, subtracted from where you are now. Okay. So if I was already making $100,000 and my goal was to get to 150 next year, then I'm going to set my goal to 50. Make sense? All right. I was just talking to Kurt the other day and he was like, I got people on there thinking they need to do 256 connects a day. I'm like, okay, yep. They did the full goal instead of the difference goal. So if you're starting out and you don't have much income at all, then you're going to do the full amount. In my case, this was my goal, 0 to 150. Okay. Once you're done with selecting that number, click continue. The next step is to get all your contacts into Teamzy. One place, super mega organized. No more looking for little pads of paper with people's names and numbers scrawled on them or sticky notes or what was the name of that spreadsheet I put people on 2 years ago and haven't opened, right? It'll be in one place, lives in the cloud. So it's in your phone, it's in your computer, it's in everybody that you know's phone. If you don't have your phone, you can get to your list. You can get to Teamzy, okay? You're going to get your customers in there, your distributors in there. You're going to get your Facebook friends list imported. How cool is that? They're all in there. So you can have an organized approach to your contacts. All right. If you have any worries about getting all of that done on the setup, we've got an amazing help team. There's a self-service page called Help Center with videos and instructions you can use, or you can just ask for help by clicking the help button, and my team will help you. They will even go as far, if you need it, as setting up a one-on-one Zoom call with you, one-on-one, where they'll take you through and do your setup for you. Pretty cool, right? Okay. So now we're in Teamzy. We're just about ready to go. Let me just show you a little bit about this dashboard, and we've got one more setup thing to do, and then we're ready to do our power hour. So I just want you to see right here where it says today's activities. These are the goals that we just set and set up. So my goals for today are to connect with 9 prospects. You can see I've done 0 so far. Connect with 6 of my customers and 4 of my distributors. I also have a goal to invite 3 people. What do I mean by invite? Not to confuse you, I'm not just inviting them to come to a party on Friday. When I say invite, I mean these are people I'm inviting to join the business, or I'm inviting to buy my products. Okay? So those are conversations where I'm talking about the business as opposed to just connecting and making people's day. My goal is to do that 3 times a day out of 19 conversations. Okay? And I'll explain that as I go, but I want to invite people who are interested so I don't turn people off who are skeptical. Okay. And then the last goal is ads. That's just adding new people to Teamzy. My goal is every day to add a couple people to my Teamzy list. I'm going to try to meet people. I'm going to meet people on social media. I'm going to meet my friends of friends out in the world. You know what I mean? Okay, we're just putting new people in. Okay. So before I jump into the power hour, there's one more thing I want to do for setup that you just need to do it once to set up Teamzy. You notice that everybody on my list has a number next to their name. Those numbers are their rank. So we rate people on a 5-star system, kind of like you'd rate something on Yelp or Netflix or Amazon. You guys get it, right? We have to rate, but we're actually rating our relationships. So let me show you how to do this. I'm going to go to the team page. The team page is where your full list lives. Everybody that's in Teamzy is here on the team page. And here I can do it all at once by going to rank mode. Okay. So in rank mode, I can scroll my list quickly and you can see everybody's star rating is there. So what I want you to do is you're going to scroll your list and you're going to look for your favorite people that you should think might be 4 or 5 stars, and you're going to rank them up just by clicking on them. Okay? And you'll leave everybody else where they are, which is 3 stars. They're going to automatically come in as 3 stars. So you're only going to change about 10% of your people. But this is super important that you do this, okay? Because by ranking people and prioritizing them in Teamzy, Teamzy can automatically and intelligently create your connect list every day for you. You never have to plan. You never have to think. It just creates your list intelligently for you each day based on that initial ranking that you did. Now, of course, you can change people's ranks around a little as you go, but you want to do this once for setup. Let me just explain these ranks, and then we'll get in here and do a power hour. So a 5-star is somebody that you feel is most likely to become a customer or a distributor. Okay, these are your hottest leads. They're also your best friends, your closest family members, the people that trust you the most. They're your 5-star people. They're going to show up on your list first, and they're going to come back on your list every 30 days. Every 30 days, they'll come back automatically, and it'll just remind you, hey, connect with this person, make their day. 4-star people, these are people that you feel are likely to become a customer or distributor with a little bit of nurturing. Like they're your warm leads, right? They could also be customers that are 4 stars or distributors that are 4 stars. They're just the solid people on your team. Your friends, your family, just not your closest inner circle. 4-star people are going to come up on your list automatically every 60 days. Okay, every 60 days, they're going to cycle back. 3-star people, who knows? They're 3 stars. They could go either way. We just don't know. Maybe just don't know them well enough, or we haven't talked to them in a long time. 3-star people could go either way. This is why the majority of your list will be 3 stars. And they show up every 90 days. Do you guys see how this works? So the more stars, they come up first, and they show up more often. And then you don't have to think about it. Teamzy just cycles them back through. Okay? Every day, it's based on your goal. Remember, based on my goal, I need to connect with 9 prospects a day. Every day, Teamzy's just going to give me a list, and I'm going to connect with the first 9 they give me. And I will intelligently cycle through all my relationships throughout the year this way. Okay? You guys with me? All right. So once you've done that step, you're ready to rock. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. Now, right here is on in the center of my screen is the Power Hour module. The Power Hour module is where I do my work. It's designed to keep me super efficient so that I can get in and get this done and get back to my life. Okay? So it keeps me from overthinking and it keeps me from getting overwhelmed. The left side has my 4 lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and my follow-ups list. Okay? Great. The right-hand side is where I log the activity or the conversation as I'm doing it, so I don't have to come back later and do homework. I don't want to do that. I want to do it as I go. Okay. A couple of you are like, I don't like homework either. I could see it on your face. It's all good. Shouldn't have to. So here's what we're going to do. First person on my list is J. Lisa Swain. There's only 5 people on my list at a time. That's so I can't get overwhelmed and so I can't skip. I just want to go with who's up next. I mean, I could skip. There's a little skip week there, but try not to use it. All right, here we go. Jay's the first person on my list. I'm going to message Jay. I've got Facebook open here because I'm going to message her on Facebook. You can, however you communicate with people, great. You can log it in Teamzy. I personally like Facebook as my first choice because people respond really well there. And then my second choice personally would be text message. Okay, so I'm going to message her. Now, here's where I used to get stuck. What am I going to say to Jay? How many of you get stuck right here? What the heck do I say to this person? How do I, out of the blue, start a conversation with somebody? Well, I used to struggle with this. So over the years, I've kind of figured it out, how to create just a simple icebreaker script. And so I put them in Teamzy for you. I created a scripts library in Teamzy for you. Okay, so you just go right here and click on scripts and just grab one of these. These are all tried and tested scripts. Again, they're not salesy scripts. They're just how to make conversation. Here's connect number 1, first one on the list. We'll use this one. It says, hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Super simple and designed to make her day. So let's just copy that script. And what I can do is just paste it in Teamzy so I can edit it a little bit. Obviously, the name's not correct. I got to put the right name in there. Maybe add a couple of emoticons. I have people say, I can't say awesome. I don't talk that way. I personally am a very enthusiastic person, and I love using the word awesome. That's why it's in all my scripts. So if you can't say awesome, cool. Just say great.
I love awesome.
Just say, I hope your day is great. That's fine. I don't care. So you can edit this a little bit if you need to. Okay. So now I've got the script just the way I wanted. I put a couple of emoticons in there just to make it a little friendlier. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually copy this so I can send it in Facebook and actually send it to Jay. Okay. So I'm just going to look up Jay on Facebook. There she is. And send her this message. Now, don't overthink. Just get it sent. There it is. Paste it in. Send. So now I've sent her this message on Facebook. Now all I have to do to log it in Teamzy is click on the big blue button that says Log Connect. Okay, so boom, it's logged. Now notice that she's gone off my list and my list has moved up. I've got one done up here on the top. It's like my scoreboard. Next person on my list is Jimmie. I'm going to message her. In fact, I've already got the message in my clipboard. I'm just going to paste it in here again and change the name. Do you guys see how easy this is? There's no reason to change the script. It's just a hello script, right? So look, I copied that one. Now we're going to do the same thing. There she is. Takes me a second. Great. I know when it says NSA Juice Plus that you guys are original Juice Plus family. So look, it's sent. There it is. Done. I haven't heard it beep. Look at that. Instantaneous. All right. So look, we'll log that one. Log connect. Look, I've got 2 done, 7 left. See how the little circle's filling in? When I get to 9, it'll be all the way blue. So my goal right now is just to send out the message that's saying hello to make people's day to the first, just go down my list 9 times. Okay. And when that circle's all the way blue, I'll move to the next list, which is customers. Now, just pro tip here. Some people will respond right away. Don't run off and have the conversation yet. Get all the outgoing messages done first so you don't get distracted. Okay, you can come back to those conversations in 15 minutes or so when we're done sending our messages. Okay. The next list is customers, and I'm going to connect with them the exact same way. So Brandy's my first customer on my list. Again, I can go to scripts if you want. If you don't want to think too much, just get my scripts. They work great. Here's some great scripts. Here's a congratulations on great results. That's a great one. Somebody's in Shred 10, for example. Great results. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Here's a simple one. Hi, John. How are you enjoying the products? And then you take out the products and put it in whatever they're enjoying. Right? How are you enjoying your tower garden? Please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. So simple, right? So simple. You don't have to, when you're touching customers, you just need to be present with them. I love this one. Hi, Jane. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Those of you who are using Teamzy, have you guys used this one yet? They love it, don't they? People love this one. So look, let's just send this one to her just as an example. I copied it to my clipboard. I'm just going to paste it in there, change the name to Brandy. Okay. Give her an emoticon. Ready to go. Okay. Simple. So again, I'm not going to actually send this to her, but you get the idea. We'll log this and move on. So as you're logging your connects for customers, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to work your way down your list. My goal here is 6. I'm going to connect with 6 customers today. That's it. Okay. You don't have to overthink your customer follow-up. Here's the thing. I know like you guys have a specific customer follow-up thing that's recommended by Juice Plus, but I find very few distributors actually keep up with it, which means it's hard to duplicate. True? How many of you wish you did better at keeping up with that? Look, it's not a judgment thing. It's just the way we are. We need it to be super simple. Okay? So look, you put them in Teamzy. If you just connect with whatever your goal is a day, in my case, it's 6. Imagine if you just connected with 30 customers a week, 5 days a week, 6 a day. Hey, how are you? Send me an update. How's everything going? How can I make your day? Is there anything going on? Just checking in with people. You'd be in regular contact with all of your customers. Okay? You get a new customer and put them in 5 stars. They come up every 30 days. Perfect. That's what you want anyways, right? Every 30 days? Great. Imagine what happens when you're in regular contact with all your customers. Would you feel good about that? Yeah. But there's 2 really cool things that happen to your business. Statistically, when you're in regular contact with customers, they order more products and they retain longer. They order more products and they retain longer. You guys are like, wow, that's cool. Look, you got 2 teams here, right? And then watching the video, watching the recording on this. If everybody did Teamzy for 30 days, that's watching this video, you would see a big bump in team volume, guaranteed. Why? Just because you're in touch. It's just because you're in touch. People are watching you, they're following you, they're ready. They just don't think about it all the time. You got to be available to them. Okay? You don't have to message them and say, would you like to place an order this month? All you have to do is say hi. And they're going to go, hey, I'm glad you reached out. I saw your post about those new Omegas. Oh yeah, would you like some? Yeah, I've been waiting to hear from you. Come on, get me some products. You with me? Okay. Here's the other thing that's pretty cool. Think about for a second. Can you all think about at least one customer that you just love? You wish you had more people like this? Does everybody have somebody in mind? Where do you go get more people like that? Are those the people you get as leads from Juice Plus? Not usually, sometimes. No. The best place to get a great new customer is from a great customer, right? That's the best place. Now just think about this for a second. Every one of you thought of somebody, you're probably still thinking of that person. That person is loving it and they are absolutely talking about it. That's what people do. They're talking about Juice Plus already. So they've got friends and family hearing about Juice Plus from them. Did you know that in North America, 86% of people polled said that they make their purchasing decisions based on the recommendations of a friend or family member? Some of you have heard that before. Yeah, I'm not the only person using that stat. So your customers telling their friends about Juice Plus, they're now very likely to want to purchase it. Question is, are you getting introduced to those people? Or are they ending up the lead pool for juiceplus.com? Right? You have to be in regular contact with your customers if you can have any hope to get introduced to the people they're talking to. But hopefully you guys will understand. In the beginning, I talked about building advocates, creating advocates of your customers. Being in touch, building a relationship with them, that turns them into advocates. And then guess what happens? Then they with with glee bring their people to you. Okay, so your job is to stay in contact and get introduced to their people, and just ask them. Just ask them, hey, Tanya, I know you've been getting great results and you've been loving your Juice Plus. You've probably told friends about it. Yeah. Is there anybody in particular that you care about that needs more information on Juice Plus? Yeah, actually, my friend Tracy. Perfect. Would you mind introducing me to Tracy? Just introduce us via whatever's easiest. Text message, group email, whatever you want. Facebook, group Facebook, and I'll get her some more information. We'll see, take it from there. But I want to make sure that I'm taking care of the people you care about and getting them the information they need. Great. You get introduced. Just so you guys know, this is a whole nother training. I can't go too far off on this tangent, but don't ask for referrals. Referrals are a waste of everybody's time. Get introduced. Get introduced. And just know, don't be afraid to do this. This is how you help people. Okay, you just need to help people. I want to help your friends. I want to help your family. Is there anybody you know who needs more information so I can help them? Okay, you with me? Step one, though, on this is staying in contact with your customers, getting a system simple enough that you'll actually do it and that you can duplicate it with your team. Those are two important key pieces. All right, the next list here after I connect with my 6 customers or whatever your goal was, is I'm going to connect with distributors on my team just to stay in touch, just to have a relationship with them too. They need the one-on-one relationship with the leader. So some of you have 2 people. It's going to be really easy to stay in touch. But as your team gets bigger, it becomes even more important because they see your time as more valuable. And so it means so much more when they get a message from you. So I just want you guys to know, this is why we named the product Teamzy, because it's about building a team, right? We could have named it Salesy or Leadsy or Cheesy, but we named it Teamzy. Okay. So we want you to make sure you have that relationship with them. This makes it easy so you can stay in touch with people. You know, you have 50,000 people on your team. You're not going to be in touch with all of them, but could you stay in touch with your personally sponsored people? Could you stay in touch with the leaders on your team? Absolutely. Just connecting with them, making their day. So the first half of our power hour is just going down the list, whoever's up next, sending them a little message to make their day. Okay. The second half of our power hour, man, I should get something I can pronounce, is doing our follow-ups list, which I'm going to talk to you about in a second. Okay. So you've sent all these messages out. Typical response rate, especially, well, if you're using like Facebook Messenger or text, the typical response rate would be about 50 to 60% response. Okay. So here's what I want you guys to know. First off, the people who don't respond, don't worry about them. Don't think about them for a second. Oh, why didn't she respond? They're going to come back automatically on Teamzy anyways. Down the road, you'll message them again. People are just busy sometimes. When the message comes through, that's it. She didn't even open my message. Yeah, she didn't have to open the message. You don't have to open a message to read it, do you? And you certainly aren't going to open a message if you're not able to respond right now. So don't worry about it. They saw your message. You'll message them again next time. They'll be a little warmer. Focus on the people who do respond. So if you messaged, in this example, it's almost 10 people a day, prospects. If you message 10 people a day for 5 days and you got a 50% response rate, that means you're having, just with prospects alone, 25 conversations by the end of the week, right? In this example, you'd be having, all told, between customers, distributors, and prospects, you'd be having close to 50 conversations by Friday going in your messenger. Wow, that's amazing. You can do that in 5 days? Yeah. Do you think you have time to worry about the people who don't respond? No way. Okay, so what I do recommend you do is set aside a couple of blocks of time in your day to just answer messages so that you're not doing it all day long and getting overwhelmed. So for example, what I would do when I was doing this is I would get up early, like 5 or 6, and do my power hour. And then I would respond to messages during my lunch break at work. And then I would just respond to messages again in the evening after dinner. And I would try to ignore them the rest of the day. So it's something that worked for me. If you're structured that way, that'll work for you too. So how do I get people on my follow-ups list? When I get to my follow-ups list, nobody's actually there automatically in Teamzy. You have to put people there. So here's how I want you to think of the follow-ups list. The follow-ups list is for people you've invited to the business, or for people who you have said who are interested in buying products. That's what your follow-ups list is for. These are the people who are ready to do business with you. That's who you put on your follow-ups list. Everybody else cycles automatically on customers, prospects, and distributors. They just cycle automatically. You're building relationships. But as you're having conversations with people and you're uncovering interest, for those people who are interested in learning more or whatever, you're going to go deeper with them. You're going to invite them to go deeper with you, and those people go on the follow-ups list. So in my example, I'm connecting with 19 people a day. My goal is to invite 3 people a day. So those are people I would invite to the business or to buy my products, and I would put them on my follow-ups list. By Friday, I could have 15 people on my follow-ups list. These are good, strong leads, people who are interested in the business or interested in my products. And I'm going to now connect and follow up with them differently. I'm going to follow up with them professionally. Okay? And this is how you close business. Make sense? So let me just give you an example. Okay. So right now in the center of my screen is Tracy. You're going to be my guinea pig for this one. So I'm talking to Tracy and we're messaging. You know, I message her the make your day thing, and she says, we're all great. Thanks, Eric, for checking in. Little thumbs up emoticon. That's like the kiss of death, right? When you get that thumbs up emoticon back, it's like conversation's over. So some of those conversations will fizzle out really quickly. Don't worry about it. I don't want you to worry about that, you guys, because they'll come back again. Some people aren't ready to have a conversation after 20 years of not hearing from you. They're not ready to have a full conversation yet. They're just like, hi, that was weird. Some people may even say to you, I think your Facebook's been hacked because you sent me a message for the first time in 20 years. And if that happens, I don't want you to be dismayed. Just say, ha ha ha, no, I'm actually trying to keep in better contact with the people I care about. It's me. I've not been hacked, right? So that will happen to some of you, and that's not a problem. That's just showing that where your relationship is up till now. Makes sense? Okay, so I'm connecting with her. She's like, we're all good. So just my little secret dialogue for getting people to talk to me when they're kind of done is I just say something like this. Well, Tracy, what have you been up to lately? Send me an update. That you ask the question, then you tell them what to do. It works so great. How's your summer been? Send me an update. Tell me what you guys have been up to. And then she'll tell me about her. Okay, well, I'll send you an update. Great. In the last 20 years, since you haven't talked to me, you big jerk, I've gotten married and I've had kids, and this is amazing. My kids are amazing, and this is what I'm doing. And she's going to give me an update. Do people do that? Yeah. I'm going to keep asking questions, and if the conversation goes well, I'm going to learn all kinds of stuff about Tracy. I'm going to learn about her family. I'm going to learn about her job, where she's living, her dog. Right? I always ask. I love dogs. How many dog people? Let me see you. You guys relate. I always want to know about people's. I saw your dog. Your dog's adorable. I love dogs. So I'm going to be talking to her, trying to get to know her, trying to find out what's going on in her life. What am I doing? Am I trying to gather intelligence so I can close a sale later and slam her into my business? No, I'm really want to learn about her so I can help her in some way. I'm looking for ways to help her. I'm listening. I'm listening to complaints, to struggles, to pain points, to sarcasm, to jokes, to wants and needs. How can I help Tracy today? Maybe it's with Juice Plus. Maybe it's not. That's not what matters, because if the relationship will create the advocate. Does it make sense? So as I'm listening, I'm offering ways to help, small ways as we go. And she's joking about this or joking about that, whatever. I'm writing things down. People will tell you if they don't like their job. Is that good information to know? Mm-hmm. People will tell you if they wish they had more time with their kids. People will tell you that they wish that they had so much fun water skiing this weekend. They wish they could do it more often. People will tell you how they didn't take a vacation because they don't have any money. They'll tell you all this when you're catching up. That's all information that will help you to help them later. Okay. I think I'm going a little deep on this, but normally I just say you have a conversation, then invite them but I just wanted to give you guys a little extra. So then I'm going to tell her about what I'm up to. Is that natural? Here's what I'm doing. I also got married. Here's my kids. They're amazing too. Here's my dog, right? I'm going to tell her all about it. And then am I going to tell her what I do for work? Yeah. How many of you have a job in addition to Juice Plus? Okay. If you have a job, I just want you to know this. The Juice Plus part's more interesting. Forget the job. Okay. Talk about Juice Plus. What are you doing for work? Oh, I started my own business. It's amazing. And then tell them what you're doing and why are you passionate about it. Tell them what you're doing and why you are passionate about it. Okay. So it's just natural to talk about your business this way. I'm not trying to sell you. You told me what you're doing. I'm telling you what I'm doing. But not only is this something I'm doing, I'm incredibly passionate about it because why? Tell them. Because when you share what you're doing and that you're passionate about it, first of all, that's rare and it's inspirational. And your prospects will go, wow, that's great. How many of you would like that to be the response every time you bring up Juice Plus with somebody? Yeah, that's how you do it. Here's what I'm doing. This is why I'm passionate about it. What's your story? Oh my gosh, the Juice Plus stories are insane. I had multiple sclerosis, Eric, and now I don't. Really? I had stage 4 cancer, Eric, and now I don't. Wow. Somebody told me I was legally blind and now I see perfectly. Like, these are real people I've met over the past year. Like, these are real stories. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to share why you're passionate about Juice Plus. We met a young lady. Mike and I met a young lady in the airport coming back from conference. Mike's one of my business partners, one of the co-founders of Teamzy. We decided at the last minute to go to Sacramento, uninvited. We bought tickets. We just showed up, and it was amazing meeting everybody. And we were in the airport. We went back to the airport a few hours before our flight just to be safe. And we were sitting in the airport bar having a cold beverage after a long day. And there was a young lady sitting there having a drink, kind of lost in thoughts. And I saw that she had the Juice Plus bag over the back of her chair. And so I said, hi, are you a Juice Plus? She says, yeah. And she looked up and she goes, you're Eric from Teamzy. I said, yeah. She goes, oh my gosh, sorry, I was lost in my thoughts. I said, well, cool. And we started talking. And I said, well, why are you passionate about Juice Plus? What's your story? She goes, I don't really have a story. How many of you feel like you don't really have a story? Anybody? Nobody raised their hand, so I can skip this part, right? Or do you want to hear her story? The story's still kind of awesome. So I go, why are you here? Why are you doing Juice Plus? She goes, oh, well, she goes, I have a son. He's 11 and he's struggled with his health his whole life. And basically, just nothing in particular. He's just been kind of sickly. He's been hospitalized at least 3 times a year his entire life. And I had these neighbors who are Juice Plus people, and they said, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this with him and see if it helps? And I was like, I'll try anything. So I started giving him the gummies, and he just hasn't been sick. I go, well, what do you mean he hasn't been sick? She goes, well, he hasn't been hospitalized. He hasn't even missed a day of school in 2 years. I said, that's kind of an awesome story. She goes, I guess it is. I never thought about it. I go, that's a great story. That's why you're doing Juice Plus? Yeah. You need to be telling people that story. She's like, thank you. So it's funny because, yeah, as it is amazing as I couldn't see and now I can, like, no, but I mean, that's an amazing story because what is the most important thing in the world to this woman? Her son. What is the most important people in the world to most of us? Our kids. That's a relatable story we can all relate to. Even if our kids aren't sick, we can relate to wanting them to be healthy and strong. So anyways, I tell you the story because that's what you want to do. Share what you do and why you're passionate about it. Share with them. And then when they express interest, wow, that's so great. That's cool. Just ask them, would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? That's all. You just ask them, would you like to learn more? Would you like more information on this? If they say yes, I would like to learn more. Great. Now you're going to talk to them more. You're going to go deeper, find out what they need and invite them. Maybe they need to be a customer and buy the products for whatever reason. Great. Here's how you buy the products. Here's what they're going to do for you. Great. If the opportunity to do Juice Plus as a distributor is where their need is, then we're going to get together and talk to them about the business. Does it make sense? And if they say, no, is this a direct sales thing? Yeah, it is a direct sales company. I don't want anything to do with it. Not interested. Great. No problem. Hey, you know what though, Tracy? It was so great connecting with you today. She's going to say, yeah, it was. Could you do me a favor though? If you do come across anybody struggling with their health or nutrition, whatever the case may be, could you connect them to me? Because I'm so passionate. I want to help as many people as I can. So if you come across anybody with a need in that area, would you just introduce us? Guess what she's going to say? Okay, I can do that. And I have planted the seed and I have started my new little seedling of my next advocate. See, with relationship marketing, you can take a no way and turn it into a seed for a future advocate. Okay? And you don't turn anybody off or burn any bridges. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I know I've been using Tracy as my example. Well, I have to add her to my, but I'll have to add her to my thing so I can use her as my example. All right, see how easy it is to add a contact at Teamzy? Super easy. So now I'm talking to Tracy, and she's like, I would like to learn more. I would like to learn more about getting these gummies for my kids. They're amazing, blah, blah, blah. Great. And I tell her all about, well, you can actually get them for yourself and get them free for your kids. How cool is that? She goes, that's amazing. So I'm going to talk to her about that. Great. We're talking. She's like, I'm really interested in this. Perfect. I'm going to send you over the link right now so you can make your purchase and sign up. I'll send you the instructions. She's like, great. So now what I'm going to do is, let's just say this is my example. So I'm going to send her via Facebook all the information she needs to purchase. I don't know, whatever you want to say, gummies. Just a dope. And see where it says invite on the bottom left? I'm going to log this as an invite, and let's just call this one a share products invite. So I'm inviting her to get the products, and so I'm going to send her this. So I say I'm sending you all the information on how to do your purchase. I'll follow up with you tomorrow. Now maybe it's not something like a product. Maybe I'm inviting her to an event, a salad in a jar party or something, where she's going to learn more. But either way, I can log this in Teamzy. Okay, and then I need to set the follow up for tomorrow. See the follow-ups? That puts her on my follow-ups list. So now that she's interested, I'm going to send her an invite to something and put her on my follow-ups list. When I log this, a couple things happen. One, you'll notice I now have an invite logged. And when I go to my follow-ups list, there she is. She's due on my follow-ups list tomorrow. Okay? So this is where I'm putting the people that are interested in learning more, interested in getting my products, or interested in joining my team. I'm putting them here so I can follow up with them like a pro. So let me just show you how this works. Power Hour, connect with prospects, customers, distributors, then go see if I have any follow-ups due. So tomorrow comes along, I'm going to follow up with Tracy. Let me show you how easy it is to do in Teamzy, okay? I'm going to go to my scripts just like before and get a follow-up script this time, okay? And you'll notice that I put these in. They're named follow-up 1 through 10. You can't mess this up, right? Follow-up number 1, here's how it reads. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? So I'm sending her all that information. I'll say, hey, you know what? I'll check in tomorrow and see if you have any questions. She says, great. So this is what I'll send her. Change the name. Tracy, are we Facebook friends? Okay, I'm going to send you a Facebook.
Oh, you guys be Facebook friends with Eric. His page really is cool.
Look, I made somebody's day. That was great. That was you, Jimmie. Look, there she is. Is this you? 79 mutual friends. That's got to be you. Okay, so look, I've got my thing ready. My follow-up. I'm going to send her the follow-up the same way. Copied it. I'm ready to send it. Send message. Boom. Follow-up sent. It's just like sending a connect, but it's a follow-up message. Now, when I log this in Teamzy, pay attention to this detail. Set a new follow-up to keep her on that list. Okay, so let's say I follow up now in 2 days. I'll send a follow-up. You can leave yourself a note to one so you know what it is. I'm going to say follow-up number 2. Then I know I don't have to think. I just send her the next one. Super easy. You guys see how easy that is? Could you do that? So think about this. Every day, whatever your goal is. My goal was 0 to 150. That's 19 connects a day. That's less than 30 minutes of work. I'm going to go in there and send my 19 connects 15 minutes. And then I'm going to look at my follow-ups list. Anybody that's due for a follow-up, 5 more minutes, done. A couple other times a day, I'm actually having these conversations that I'm starting. But think about this. Every single day, every single week, I'm adding people to this follow-ups list. And that follow-ups list is converting every single month. Some people convert right away. Most people take a long time to convert. Have you guys noticed this? The fortunes in the follow-up. How many of you have heard this before? I know I've been talking to you guys a while. Can I just talk 5 minutes about follow-ups and how to do it? This is important. Okay. 20% of the people that say, yeah, I'm interested, they're going to sign up or purchase in the first 3 follow-ups. Have you guys had those people? It's great when you have those people. How many of you have had people, though, that were super hot and excited and then they never respond? Nothing but crickets, just silence. 80% of sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. 80% of sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. I know. Boy, is that a bummer. How many of you follow up 10 times consistently when somebody said they're interested? It's okay. I'm not judging. Nobody raises their hand to that unless they've already been Teamzy-fied for 6 months or so. Here's the thing, and I know why you don't do it. Are you worried you're going to be annoying? Right? The reason you're here talking to me is because I don't have to be salesy, right? That's the Teamzy thing. Yeah. But yet we have to follow up more if we want to actually help people get to the next level. 80% of people will take 7 to 10 follow-ups. So I'm going to teach you how to do it really quick so that people will not be annoyed. They will love you for it. Okay? I'm going to teach you the 2 principles so that you can do that. But first, I want you to have a mindset shift. How many of you really believe you can help people and change their lives through Juice Plus?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. 80% of those people you will not help at all if they don't make their first purchase, will you? So the only thing that we have available to help them is follow-up. That's it. This is why I want you to just take this principle to heart. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. It's uncomfortable. We don't want to do it. We're worried about being annoying, but we have to love them enough to do it anyways. So write that down, put it on a sticky note. Now here's a reason you can use a sticky note again. Following up is an act of love. Put it somewhere where you see it. Put it on the mirror where you brush your teeth. Anything important, by the way, you should put on that mirror where you brush your teeth. I'm telling you, your why, my why statement from Teamzy, that should be, it's on Teamzy, but you should put it where you brush your teeth too, because you'll see it twice a day at least, right? Okay. So how do you follow up 10 times without being annoying? I've shown you how easy it is in Teamzy. You just set the new follow-up, use the next script, done. Takes you 2 seconds. But let me explain the concept. First off, when you're helping people, tell them you're going to follow up. That way, when you follow up, it's the keeping of a promise. Okay? Now, following up is an act of love, but not following up communicates to somebody that you don't care enough about them to follow up, just so you know. So when you're irritated that they're not responding and you stop, what they received was, you don't care about me. Okay, so here's how to do it for fun. Here's how you do it so they love it and they thank you for it. First rule is this. Never ask them to do anything. Never ask them to do anything in your follow-ups. They don't even have to call you. They don't have to respond. You have an event coming up you really want them at. They don't have to RSVP. Don't ask them to do anything if it's a follow-up. Okay, because homework can be annoying, especially if they're busy at this moment. Make sense? The second thing is make sure that your follow-up is always written out. It's never voice. It has to be written out. They have to be able to read it. Can't be a voice message. No Voxer, unless it's text message version. Okay? No videos. And the worst thing you can do is just randomly call somebody on the phone unexpectedly and leave them a voicemail. Don't do that. People hate that. It's annoying, right? Tanya smiled at me. Do you like it when the phone randomly rings and you get a voicemail? Tanya, it's Eric. Please call me back. Click. Don't do that. Why? Just tell me what you want. So that's why we're going to always do it so they can read it. And the second piece to that principle is it has to be short enough they can read the entire message without ever opening it. Okay? They want to be able to read it and not open it. This is why. No matter what's happening in their life, they're too busy to open your message right now. They're driving their car, their kids are screaming at each other, they're making dinner, they're getting ready to go to bed, they're having some quiet time with their spouse. For whatever reason, it's never a good time. Very rarely is it a good time for them to go, oh, I can't wait. Eric just messaged me. I'm going to respond to him right now. Okay? Is this true for you when you get messages? However, no matter how busy people are, they still really want to know what it says. Okay? So they're going to take a quick look at their phone. And you want them to be able to get your entire message in a split second without opening it, because they're not going to open it, because they don't have an intention of responding right now, so they don't want you to know they've seen it. Do you guys do this sometimes? Yeah. So make it easy on them. You don't ask them to do anything. You send them a nice message that reminds them that you care, that you're here, and that you're present to help them. They get it. And for a split second, they feel that good emotion about you and about Juice Plus, and then their life takes over their life again. Here's what will happen. Over time, you'll be sending these messages, and usually about 6 or 7 messages in, long after you would have given up after hearing nothing, you'll get a response. And it'll be something like this. Thank you so much for staying in touch. I'm so sorry I haven't responded to any of your messages. Okay? This happens like clockwork. It's long after most people give up on them. Okay? But you just got to remember, they're excited about Juice Plus, but it might not be the most exciting thing in their life right now. Okay? So you just got to be present with them. And if you go through and read the scripts that I put in Teamzy as follow-up scripts, you'll see what gentle nudges they are. They're just gentle reminders that you're present for them. Does this make sense? So you put people in Teamzy, everybody in Teamzy, rank them so that you start with the best people first. You start connecting with people, having conversations, right? If the conversation fizzles or they don't respond, don't worry, they come back automatically on Teamzy. When you've had a great conversation and they show some interest, invite them, put them on your follow-ups list. Every day you put a couple of people on that follow-ups list, then you've got a pipeline full of interested people. Some will close soon, some will close later, but every month as you're following up with people over and over and over on that list, they convert. Consistent, predictable, happy, fun business. Make sense? And that's how you get to 21 customers and 12 recruits in 3 months with Teamzy. You see how that compounds and builds? Okay. Real quick, I'm going to give you some action steps, and then we'll do some Q&A if you guys have some questions for me, and then I'll send you off on your way. So, oh wait, that's Teamzy. I want to share something else. Where's my action steps? Here it is. All right, so here's your action steps. First off, if you haven't already, go to teamzy.com/JP and start your 30-day free trial. Okay, start your 30-day free trial. It's free for 30 days, full access, okay? If you're already in your free trial, get your subscription set up so that when the 30 days is up, it doesn't shut off your access, right? You can just not miss a beat, keep going. The price for Teamzy after the 30 days is $19.95 a month for access. Again, that's the special Juice Plus rate, which comes out to like 60 cents a day to have your business planned for you. Pretty cool, right? And you can even save more if you want to go like 12 months at a time. You can get a couple months basically for free in that price. Okay. Second action step. Get a 30-day success partner to do the free trial with you. Maybe 2 success partners. Groups of 3 work great too. And what I want you to do is just say, hey, let's commit to doing this together. Hold each other accountable to actually using it. And what's your goals? Oh, my goal was 9, 6, and 4. Great. What's your goal? And each day when you complete your dashboard, you take a screenshot, send it over to your partner. Say, hey, I'm done. How about you? It's huge. Look, after watching this training, every one of you is going to get a free trial if you don't have one already. But will you use it? Getting a 30-day success partner or 2 will help you get the most out of it. The reason why I don't I don't believe in those 7-day free trials. Have you guys seen other softwares do the 7-day free trial? I don't want you just to see what Teamzy looks like. I want you to be able to go in for 30 days and make commissions, pay for your Teamzy, right? It's like I'm giving you a farm and I'm giving you the seed and I'm showing you how to do it. Go sow it and then you can harvest it and keep going. Make sense? Okay, third action step is this. I'm going to give you a 5-day challenge. I challenge you guys and gals. Sorry, I'm from California. It's like y'all. You know how they say y'all in the South and Texas? In California, we say you guys. I don't know why. Or dudes. You get it. I challenge you. Use Teamzy 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row. And connect with 100 people in those 5 days. That's 20 a day, which again, isn't that bit many. But I want you to feel the amount of momentum you can create in just 5 days with this platform. Some of you are going to go, that was insane. I can't even keep up with this, which is fine. I want you to feel the momentum you can create because we see people all the time that are like, my business is dead. It's dead in the water. I don't know what to do. I'm telling you right now, use this tool for 5 days. You'll have so many conversations going. It's going to be awesome. So I challenge you guys to do that. Let me just see who's in for the 5-day challenge. Let me see your hands up.
I'll do it.
All right. See, public accountability is so powerful, right? All right. Good. There's your action steps. I hope you guys will all do those. Now, let me just go ahead and take a couple questions if you have some. Just unmute your microphone. Feel free to ask away.
Thank you for being my friend on Facebook. Of course, I have a question. Actually, I have two questions. So the first question is, when we set our financial goals, is it monthly or yearly?
It's your annual income a year from now.
Okay.
So where do you want it to be a year from now?
And I noticed yours looked upgraded probably since the last time I even looked at my goal and checked it. So thank you for that visual reminder. And then the other question is, so I stepped away from Teamzy for a while because my life got a little crazy. So when I have all these people to add, is the best way to just go in and take time to add them one by one? Or is, if I went in and just started over with downloading all of my customers and my Facebook, would it cause duplicates?
Great question. The easiest thing will be to do your bulk imports again, and it will not create duplicates. It'll just bring the new people in. So yeah, so you just go through and do the back office exports again, and it'll just bring everybody that you've added since in. Same thing with Facebook.
That's amazing. Thank you.
The other thing that it will do is when you go to your team page after you've done those imports, there's a list called recently added. So you can just see the people that just came in and you can rank them separately from the rest of the list. So, we try to make it as easy as we can. Of course, you can add people in individually as you go too, as you meet people. Like once you get the bulk list in again, that's the easiest thing to do is, I just made you, and we just became friends on Facebook and I added you to Teamzy manually. Right. And I just keep up with people as they go, get a new customer, put them in Teamzy, so that you're good to go that way. But if you fall behind, you have like a big month where you've added 50 new Facebook friends and you're way behind, you can always do that export and bring them in that way. Cool.
That's genius. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Eric, I understand there have been some updates to the script specifically for Juice Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Are those, for those of us that have been doing this before those were there, are they going to automatically just kind of populate in when I get to them? Obviously, I haven't looked for them.
Yes. We recently added Spanish scripts for Juice Plus. I don't know how many of you need that, but there's a lot of Juice Plus people in Puerto Rico, and they are very much after me, which is great. And they're after me like everywhere, which is good. My family's from Puerto Rico, so they're like, you're one of us, you need to have this in Spanish. So we just added those. I said to one of the team leaders over there, why don't you guys get together as a team and translate the scripts? Because I'm fluent in Spanish, but I'm not conversationally fluent. I don't use it very often, so they translated the scripts and proofed them. They had like 6 people proof them. They sent them back to us and we just put them in Teamzy. So Juice Plus, now if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you have Spanish scripts, which is cool. So, as you guys come up with stuff, we'll put them in there and add them. And we may add a bunch more scripts this year. We'll see. There's pieces to this process that I assumed people knew how to do. Just how to have a conversation and stuff. And so I didn't script the whole conversation. I just scripted the hello, the how to start part. But I'm finding that people struggle with that. And we've actually had so many requests for training that we've written. We created the boot camp, which helps people with all different aspects of the business. And then we recently launched a whole training just on how to have a conversation. It's called The Art of Creating Conversations That Convert. And we put it in Teamzy University. People can pay extra and download that training. But because, again, like with the scripts, I thought this would be the most helpful. We put them in there type thing. So over time, as we learn from you what you guys really need, we'll continue to support you and add and kind of build those up too. But yeah, every time we deploy it, Tanya, it just shows up in your account. You don't have to do anything. Great. It's just going to be there for you.
And when is the next boot camp?
The next boot camp registration. So the way boot camp works is, for those of you who don't know what the heck we're talking about, it's every 12 weeks, every quarter we do a 12-week boot camp. So the registration is open for 7 days, once a quarter. So registration for the next one opens September 23rd. And then boot camp actually begins, that's a Monday. Boot camp actually begins 2 Mondays after. So we have registration for a week. This is me visually looking at my calendar in space. We have registration for a week, and then we have prep week. So we have a bunch of action steps you do during prep week to get ready. And then we start week 1 of boot camp. So it gives us a little time. That makes sense. So I think that comes out to like,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I think that's like first week of October somewhere where we actually start the boot camp.
Okay. And then it'll happen again next year, correct?
Yeah, we do it every
2020.
we do it every 3 months. So the next one
Okay.
will start in January.
Okay.
Yes, Eric, for our new people that aren't on Teamzy yet, when you get started, I know one of the things I had a hard time with was how to upload my contacts. But they have an incredible training system in Teamzy. There are videos inside there that you can watch that will help you to know how to do those. And then if that doesn't help, Tanya, myself, there's others of us that are very willing to, help with that, as well as Eric's staff too. So don't let that deter you or get you bogged down with that.
It's kind of like if you had to move a beautiful grand piano into your dream home, right? Some of you might be able to move a piano, but if not, you wouldn't leave it in the street, right? So,
right.
My team will move it for you. We'll get you moved in and then you can go to work. Does that make sense? So that's all. So if you're self-service, go in and look at the videos and there's step-by-step instructions, which is great. For most people, that's fine. If you need us to walk you through it, we will. We can send you the instructions, or like I said before, if you really need it, you can schedule a 15 or 30 minutes Zoom session with my team, and they'll come in one-on-one on Zoom and talk you through it. If you don't even want to touch it, they'll say, well, give me permission to take control of your computer, and they'll just do it for you while you watch, which is kind of neat too.
Is that cool or what? We're talking class act. So
it really is a brilliant time-saving, efficient tool. I just thank you so much, Eric. This is phenomenal that you would provide this and spend this time with us tonight as well.
It's my pleasure. And hopefully I'll see some of you in Austin.
Oh yeah, we'll be there. And I will tell you all, for those of you that maybe don't use it now, or maybe you don't use it a lot, I cannot tell you what this has done for my desk.
Right?
I don't have notes. And like this morning, I met with a young gal that I had met at a networking event. She and I met. I was able to get all of that in 30 seconds in Teamzy. I took her business card. I don't have to worry about losing that business card. It is there. And if it didn't do anything else but clean up my desk, it's awesome.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, sure thing.
Sure. I've been on Teamzy for a while. I have to be honest, I haven't really been using it like I should. I went through the classes, and this confession time. Okay. You made the comment that the first posting should be on Facebook. I'm not really good about using Facebook. Tell me why Facebook is important, because I do have people that I see on there that I haven't talked to in years.
Yeah. Well, Facebook is the response rate when you message somebody through Facebook is very high. Right now, it's the highest response rate medium. Now, not for all people. Obviously, you guys probably know people who don't use Facebook. But in general, people who are on Facebook will respond to that Facebook message. The other benefit is a lot of times people, if they haven't heard from you for a while, will click on that message and look at your profile first. So in a way, they've already caught up with you before they even connect with you, which is kind of an added bonus. And they're like, oh, wow, look at all this cool stuff going on in their life. So it helps humanize you a lot when they hear from you coming from Facebook, which is something that I like. So if you have people, Caroline, that are not on Facebook or not Facebook users, then that's not going to be the best place to connect with. Then if you have their cell phone number, I would text message them. Okay. So it just depends on, the best form of communication is face-to-face. If you can get in the same room with somebody and be face-to-face with somebody, that's the best form of communication. But when reaching out to people, messages like text messages or Facebook messages make it very easy for them, and it's not intrusive in any way in their life. Does that make sense? And so the less intrusive we can be, the easier it is just to make their day in a light and easy way and maybe start a conversation with them.
Right.
If that makes sense. So that's why I say that. I like Facebook Messenger. Now that could change over time. Text messages is also great. But for example, if I email somebody, email response rate is like in the single digits. So even somebody that I love or who loves me, they might not see my email because they get so many emails. They don't even look at those. They get bogged down in I have a special app that lets me delete them in bulk. So I keep my email box down to 0 every day. How many of you guys have a 0 inbox?
No.
I'm the only one. That's because I have an app that deletes. It keeps all of the like marketing emails separate, so I can just scan the subject lines, and if there's nothing I need to open, I just and all of today's marketing emails disappear in one swipe.
Now, I do that.
Do you do the bulk deletes? So that's why, like, for example, email, you're not going to get a great response rate. But if all you have is an email address, again, you don't have a choice, right? That's where you're going to connect with people. So you just got to try to find the best connection point you have available to that person and do your best to make contact. However, I really tried hard to get all of my customers on Facebook. In my business, my email, like if all I had was email, for example, I would email them and say, hey, let's be friends on Facebook. Here's my link. I know you probably don't see email. So like every email I sent to customers would say, are we friends on Facebook? Here's my link. Make sure we're friends on Facebook, so that I knew that we could connect quicker. So, just trying to get people's information if you can, so that you can get to them better. If that makes sense. Does that help?
I like the phrase that you use. What have you been up to lately? Send me an update. And I'm thinking of one particular person that it's been years, and that would be a perfect
Oh yeah.
liner.
Well, and it takes the awkwardness out to just say something like that. It makes it not awkward.
Okay.
Like, how are you? Even the how are you is kind of like, good. I haven't heard from you in ages. It's like, well, I just want to catch up. What have you been up to? Send me an update on your life. It's like, oh, okay, I can do that. And then people love talking about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
So, and especially if it's somebody, look, you're going to start with your 5s and your 4s and work your way down. So these are people who, at some point, even if you haven't talked to them in years, who knew and trusted you. They're going to be excited to connect and catch up and send you an update. When you get into those, after you work your list down and you get into the weaker ones where they might not even know who you are. Do you guys have anybody on your list like that? Maybe you met online and stuff. And that's a crapshoot, but it's okay, because when you send out that message and they're like, who are you? You're like, hey, we're Facebook friends. I figured we might as well talk. And I've had great conversations with people. They're like, how did we even get to be friends? How do we know each other? And so we've gone back and forth trying to figure out how we got on the friends list. I don't accept indiscriminately when people request to be my friend. There has to be a reason connecting us, or I just delete it. So I know when I'm talking to you that there's a reason we connected. I just don't remember what it is. So let's, I've had some great conversations like that with people who, in the midst of trying to figure out how we know each other, they're looking at my page going, oh, I see you do this. I actually need help in that area. Pretty cool.
Do we have time for any more questions?
Yeah, I'll take another one.
Let's do one more, and then he's given
yeah.
us an hour and a half of time, and so we want to honor his time too. So.
Yeah, and I have 2 good testimonials that were Teamzy directly related that I'd like to share, but I might could just put them in our team boxer, that Teamzy, how it got me a sale or something like that. But my question is, for somebody who connects with a lot of people a day, like I might send out 50 texts, or I might all of a sudden send invites to 37 people to a Facebook event that I'm doing. And where I think I was getting overwhelmed, I've been using Teamzy for quite some time. I love it. I do think it's effective. But when I start tracking all of my connects, sometimes it felt like I'm not taking the steps if I don't have my Fitbit on. It was kind of like, man, I've got to do all this inviting, but then I have to go in and also put it into Teamzy, which felt a little like double work sometimes. And so a lot of times I didn't track all the connections I made. And then secondly, if it is people I see or talk to on a daily basis, I have a lot of people, team members, friends, prospects, customers that maybe I do talk to on the daily basis. And then I was like, do I track that daily contact with people that I see and talk to on the regular, or am I really trying to focus on the people I'm wanting to convert?
Okay. Do you see how she snuck 3 questions into her 1 question? It's okay though. I can handle it. Okay, real quick on this. First off, if you look at Teamzy as your roadmap and let it lead you to who to connect with today, then you won't have to go back and track. If you're just using Teamzy as a filing cabinet to record what you're doing kind of willy-nilly without systemizing it, then it's going to feel like a lot of work. So I know there's no perfect solution to that, but what I recommend you do is actually go in and connect with who's on your up next list instead of who's coming to mind. And that way it'll be systemized, the contact will be in the right order, and you'll get better results that way. When it comes to inviting 37 people to an event, what I would do is I would just tag those people in Teamzy with that event name that they've been invited. I wouldn't put them all on my follow-ups list because you're going to chunk it up. What I would do, Melissa, you invite 37 people to the event and 5 people come, right? I'm just saying, let's just say that's what happens.
Right.
Those 5 people go on your follow-ups list, not the other 32.
Gotcha. This is helpful. See, that's all.
Does that make
Thank
sense?
you.
Because the other
Absolutely.
32 they didn't even show up. So that's why if you had a tag that said like, Salad and Jar Party, August 25th, and you just added that tag to those 37 people, and that's still a little bit of work, I know, but now you have a list of everybody you invited, but then you can work that list, to remind them and stuff. And then the ones that show, those are the ones that you're putting on your follow-ups list. You're following up with those 5 people or those 4 people because they were there. And then the next time you do an event, you can pull that list of the tag and you can say to the other 32 people, here's another shot. And what I used to love was sharing a story of one of those 5 people who had great success in the meantime. I'm hoping you can come and get results like Mary. She came to the last one. And it's been an incredible month for her. Here's all the things that have happened. And you share that fear of missing out a little bit if you have a great story. You won't always, but sometimes you will. Okay, so that was that question. The other question was, dang, I lost the third question. Do you remember what it was?
No, I was just like the following up with the people that I do see and talk to every day.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so for the people that are in your life all the time, I wouldn't log every time you connect with them. I would log when you intentionally connect with them because you're thinking about them and your business. Okay? So I'm talking to you all the time at work, but every once in a while I might actually message. You might come up on Teamzy and I'll send you a message and I'll check in. And that's when I would log it. Okay. If you're at work and you're in the, it's just an example, like at the break room, making your complete shake and people are like, what is that? And you're like, the blender's going, you're like, this is goodness. And you're talking about it like that. I would log that because you're talking about the business. I know I don't do direct sales. I just do Teamzy now just to clarify, but I built Teamzy to help me in my direct sales business. And when I had a job like that, making my lunch every day in front of everybody was the best. That's where I generated all my customers for a while. What are you doing there? What are you making? Right? You get to share what you're doing. Hopefully that helped. Okay.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Good. All right. I do have to run because I do have another Zoom here at 7. I'm a little late for.
Eric, thank you so much. You had one more thing you wanted to say?
I just wanted to say thanks for having me. God bless you all. And
thank you. This was incredible.
God bless you. Thank you.
Teamzy, and we're so glad to have you guys in our life.
Thank you.
Thank you.